stockpile discovered. Memorial Lane.
All right. Welcome to The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners,
Rampart.
day 31.
Reclaimed heavies overwhelming.
We're playing on an Oculus Quest 2. We're playing through virtual reality desktop. We're playing the Rift version. Today, we're going to do some basic tips and tricks on how to fight and survive in the game, is at least what I think. And then we're going to answer some questions, hopefully, that I've been asking myself while I play. So, loadout. Let's see what we got in here. We got my standard 3 sterile bandages. You want to have at least 2 when you go out if you can. You can craft those eventually. If you have dirty ones, they have a chance of getting you sick. So you want to ditch dirty ones and have some sterile ones on hand. Also, if you have medicine, it's always good to take 1 medicine with you. You can take 2 and you can give 1 away to a beggar or whatnot. That way you can get some loot in return if you're not looking to maximize loot space in your pack on the return trip. If you're looking to maximize, you don't want to fill it up. You might only take 2 bandages and 1 meds or not even a med. But it depends on your supplies, your equipment, how much resistance you expect. For me, I usually take a distance weapon, pistol sized, for 1 hip. So that'll go over there. It's not going to be primary, only for backup. And then we have a backup pistol. Backup weapons are a big thing in this game because the weapon durability means that stuff breaks, usually breaks at the worst time. And like a bow, we don't have a bow right now because it probably just broke. So you want to have backups, at least 1, if not more. I'm not seeing any knives either, so we don't have any knives. Let's see what we can make. Normally I'd bring a bow for over my shoulder. Let's see if we can make one. Let's see what we can make. We can make a bow, so we'll probably make one of those, but before you go making things, you want to see what you have available to make before you start using up resources. So we've got our 9mm. That's this. These have a tendency to jam, but they're actually real easy to unjam. The upper half will show red when it's jammed, and you just gotta cycle it again to unjam it. But when they're low on durability, they can jam like every 2 shots. You got to expect it. And like everything else in this game, don't panic. Just clear the jam and you're good to go. So let's see. I actually did want to make a shiv because I got some questions about shivs. But that shouldn't be your primary knife because it's not very good. But I'm not sure that we can make anything else. Probably the best weapon in the game for the small weapons that you can holster and that fit in your pack is 4th and Pain, because you can behead with that, as well as hack into heads and stuff like that. But beheading is really handy because it doesn't take up much stamina, and stamina is the name of the game aside from Saints and Sinners. Samdi's hand. We can only make 1 of those. It's nice to have 2. We can only make 1. I'll do another video where we have 2 of those and we can kind of go Wolverine style. But for now, the National Guard knife, if you don't have the night shift over here unlocked, I have it unlocked, but I don't have the supplies to make it. The National Guard knife is my second favorite because it throws really well. But when you stab walkers in the head, you do have to pull it out, and that uses a lot of stamina, whereas the night shift comes out, like it says, comes out smooth as silk, and it certainly does. So that doesn't use stamina when you pull it out, and that allows you to go through multiple walkers with ease, really. Well, what's over there? I'll check that when I go back around. So I think we're going to make one of these. This will be our primary. It might break, but we don't have enough supplies right now. We've been a bit flippant with our supplies. what do we have now? So now we can't make a compound bow. We can't even make a laminated bow. So that kind of sucks. Bow is my go-to distance weapon because it doesn't attract a lot of walkers. It's not noisy. But my next favorite distance weapons in the game, not even distance really, but distance enough so that the sick ones won't get you sick, is, I mean, I'd go for the Nova. This is the pump action shotgun. It's really, I think, one of the best firearms in the game because the reload mechanism is really easy. You can do it in a panic. You just rack the gun to load the next shells. But because this is kind of a tips and tricks, maybe for early game where you don't have the Nova, you don't have the the pump action unlocked, we'll go with the double barrel shotgun. A stick that goes boom. It certainly does. So the double barrel is really easy. You get the 2 shots, but then reload is really easy. Press the button to open the breech there. Grab a shell. It's not going to grab them because we're loaded here. Fire twice. You can stabilize yourself there, but it's not too bad to just one-hand it. And then the other thing is to close it. You can flick it up, but if you want to be sure, you can just press the button again and it closes. Because the flicking, if you don't get it far enough or something happens, it won't actually close. And then you're kind of left struggling with maybe a walker right in your face and you're trying to figure out why it's not closing. So that does happen sometimes. You know, you can be trapped on things like this and that sort of thing. So, you know, just click the button once to open it. 2 shells, button again to close it. You can take out a lot of walkers really easy with this, and it's not very stressful at all. But without buffs, that'll probably break during this session, and we'll end up switching to the 9mm. Now, as far as meds, I was going to do a bunch of Nutri-Stews. You really should, but I'm low on supplies here. I got to try my best to pick up some sugars and proteins, it looks like. Normally, I would take at least 1 Nutri-Stew. We're actually kind of hurting in that regard. Our stamina's already down a bit, so that's going to maybe hamper some of the questions we have. Vignette is stamina regen. So once these are unlocked, Jambalaya, Gumbo, and the Vignette, if you have the supplies, you should make one of those every day and just down them before you head out, because they buff the 3 different major aspects of the game at least. Temporarily makes all weapons more durable, and by temporarily they mean for the day. So you just do this as soon as you get up if you have the supplies. So that's for all weapons. That really helps. This increases max health 25% for the day, and then Vignette is temporarily increases stamina regen. So we'll just build a Vignette right now, and we'll chow down. Now, there we go. So that's going to help us out quite a bit. We can't build another because we're hurting for supplies. So some of our questions won't get answered because I don't have the supplies to build some of the stuff here, but that's fine. So before heading out, which we're getting close to, apologies for the lengthy discussion here, one-sided discussion, I guess, is you want to double check everything. So we got primary knife, primary pistol, secondary pistol, secondary knife. We have our distance weapon here. We don't have a backup distance weapon, so maybe for S's and G's, we'll bring the pump action as a backup. This is going to break, so maybe it'll be good to just show that breaking, because that'll be one of the first things to break. And this can go here. We'll switch to that. This is going to break within just a couple shots. It's only got 3 shots in it, so we'll give it that. And again, there's the action there to cycle another round. That'll go over the shoulder. When you're putting things over your shoulder, you want to make sure that your hand goes over your shoulder, not the weapon, because there's a temptation to just put like the barrel of the shotgun over your shoulder, and then sometimes that'll just fall behind you, especially in your pack if you're going on this side. Now it's not doing it, but I was running into that quite a bit. There we go, it fell that time. And you end up leaving weapons behind here and there because you thought you stored them, but they just fell down. Happens a lot with pieces of wood too. So make sure your hand is physically behind your head, and that's going to engage the storage. Okay, so we have the 2 shotguns, we have our 2 knives, we have our 2 pistols, so we should be good to go. Now where to go? So let me just double check everything's still here, triple check, we're good. Eventually in the game you kind of unlock a tidbit that lets you tune into a radio station to get some information about what's happening at the different locations. So we've done the story, so there's not going to be any spoilers here, aside from seeing a location or two, but none of the storyline spoilers. So it says right here, check 47 for intel, and that's given us food cache would be good, med cache and food cache at Memorial Lane. So 2 caches, that's probably where we'll go then, unless there's an extra loot. Yeah, so food cache. So let's go to Memorial Lane, and we'll go for the food cache. So the makers of this game said they kind of designed it around panic, trying to induce panic in the players. So what you want to avoid as a player is panic, because you can generally get out of all the situations you end up in this game. What was that? That was just me grabbing my pistol, I guess. The key is not to panic. So the main thing that people don't necessarily understand when they first start playing this game, unless they've watched some videos, is that you should be grabbing walkers by the head and then dealing with them. If there's only one. If there's multiples or if they're at a distance, it's kind of a different story. But don't just try and stab them. You might miss. The easiest way is grab and stab. That's it. Hey, buddy. He is done. But that took out a bunch of stamina. So in a row, you may want to look at other options if there's a bunch of walkers coming at you. Because you'll run out of stamina pretty quick. That's with the knives that, the night shift, not as much because it's going to come out smooth. Here's 2 more coming up. The other thing you can do is just pick up objects. You can use those. We'll break this. It'll probably alert them. Yeah, so now they're going to come over here. So this is a weapon you can stab a bunch of walkers with. Now, it's not going to be the most efficient. This guy's got a helmet. So you have to aim for the spots not protected by the helmet or the mask. Yeah, you can see how that guy's sick. So we took out our ranged weapon. If he had died closer to us, he would have taken down our health that we wouldn't have been able to restore until we popped the meds. So this is not... there's nothing in the chamber now. There we go. Pull back, push forward. Now we've got another round in the chamber ready to go. So that noise probably attracted this guy. So for this guy, we're going to do a test. We're going to see how long we can hold him before he does anything. I've never done this before, but let's count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi. My stamina's draining. 14 Mississippi. So it looks like that's only limited by your stamina. Now, if my stamina had reached 0, I probably would have let go of him. And because I don't have any Nutri-Stews, I would have been in pretty dire straits there because I wouldn't have been able to regen my stamina. I probably wouldn't have been able to push him back. So that answers that question. You can hold them as long as your stamina holds out. What else we got here? For pistols, they are really hard to aim. You actually want to hold them as well if you can, and shoot them if you need to use the pistol. We've got a couple more coming. We'll just take these out old-fashioned with the knife. Hey, buddy. This guy, I want to try something with a shiv. Are you sick? I wanted to see if you can take off an arm with just the shiv. It's not looking like it. But we're running out of stamina. Ooh, that was close. When you run out of stamina, you can't do much. Everything gets slow and wobbly. And you're at the mercy of the walkers. So I might try that once more, but it's not looking like you can cut off arms with just the shiv. Maybe we'll try with the National Guard knife. I should have brought a bigger knife for that. We got 2 coming up here. I'll show you another tactic. When you're overwhelmed, is to push them back. The old grab and push. So we got 2 here. Say we're not ready. Grab, push. Right, and now we want our stamina regen, so you can just back up a bit. Grab, push them back. You can do this quite a bit. Hey, buddy, over you go. What'd you say to me? What'd you say to me, punk? Whoa. So again, this guy's got a mask, so you got to aim for the chinks in the armor, so to speak. Or it's going to glance off the mask like that. You can even get it like under the mask, but not in the head. Give me them gold fillings. This guy looks like another sick one. There we go. There's our shotgun breaking. I'm going to put that over here. Oh, we can't. That just stored. Switch to our double barrel. Side by side. You can also throw knives. Just hold it head height. Push forward and let go. Doesn't use as much stamina because you don't really have to pull it out. The only problem is you don't have your knife anymore when you do that. You can throw most weapons, but a lot of them aren't going to land. But I like this knife. What you can do is, if there's a lot of walkers and you want to have some fun, you can just fill up your pack with knives, a whole section, and you can just go through them. Throw one, grab another, throw it, grab another, throw that one. Just keep throwing them, and then pick them all up when you're done. You're done with the carnage. So let's see if we can get this guy's arm off with the knife, with this knife. He's got armor on his arms. Oh, butterfingers. So our knife is glowing red. That means this knife is almost done. It's gonna break soon. We got a lot of walkers coming up. Another tip is to, if you're in trouble, hop up on a car. They can't get you. You can check out the aiming this way. You can see how difficult it is to actually get headshots. Press the button, drop in a clip, pop in another. Now I can take my time to get a better shot here. There's the gun jamming, I think. Jamming again. Maybe it's this guy's helmet. We're bringing a bunch coming from over there, it looks like. Let's aim carefully. You can see the waver on it. That's on purpose. The makers, they didn't want guns to be overpowered in this game. So let's hop down off the car. So here we've got 3 shots left in the magazine. So when you have time, you want to drop that magazine out, drop it in your ammo, grab another one, pop it in. Now we got a full 17 rounds in the magazine. Always want to have a full magazine. So what else are we going to do? One of the things I wanted to try, oddly enough, is to see if they can attack me when I'm physically lying down. I can look at this. This is trippy. Is that guy sick? I don't want to do this with a sick one. Pardon me. This is going to get kind of awkward. Well, there's 2 over there. And we got 3. We got a broken knife, too. Let's shimmy back. Can you get me down here? Gonna get a bit awkward. Hey. Hey. I gotcha. Come here. She can't get me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh man, how to see if I can crawl to the next skiff like this. Oh, we got me. Fun's over. All right, we're getting up now. Okay, I guess that was wishful thinking. So they can get you when you're lying prone. Open the action there. 1, 2. Oh, okay, we get that shell. Rolling away. 2. It's hard to see the shells in a lot of the weapons once they're in, but you'll see you can't pull another once it's full. Okay, so that answers that question. I wonder if we can find something to actually de-limb one of them, because I want to see if you could beat them with their own limbs. Our knife's gonna break. I guess we'll just let it break here. Gonna break on this guy then. Yeah. So he's a bit tricky to put the knife in. And if that takes too long, 2 swings and you don't get it, you want to push them off, because they will maul you if they're just sitting in front of you. Kind of want to see if we could pummel one of these walkers to death. So let's see if we can do that. This is not a sick one. I don't think this works, but let's see. Gotcha. Whammy, 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 whammy. This hurts me more than it hurts you, for your own good. What about choking? No? Okay, so that looks like it's not working. So let our stamina regen back up. Things can go south really quickly in this game, so if you have the chance to back up like I was backing up there, it does a lot for your stamina regeneration. One of the things I want to try, which I've tried before, but if it works, it's really difficult. This is throwing a weapon up. Yeah, you gotta be further back, so you go back there. Over this way? Yeah, see, it's really tricky when you throw the weapons up. Shotgun makes everything all right. What's our time like? We're about half. It'd be nice to find the cache. We're using resources, but we're not getting any. So, let's try this. Whoa, I meant to throw that up. I don't know, wanted the shotgun. Watch the birdie. I mean, it kind of takes some of the fun out of the game, just plowing through them with the shotgun. But certain times you just want to go in and get your cache or get the part of the mission done, and you don't want to deal with Oh, so close. You mind trying that again? You were over here. A little further. That's my knife. No. Back over there. Alright. Oh. Really thought that was going to get him. You can get your weapons from quite a ways away. Oh. I guess we should talk about that. You know, do what the icon says, which is push both your arms up. Don't try anything else, because it's probably not going to work. If we can get you both there. Oh. 2 for 1. There you go. You can definitely hit 2 with 1 shot. Wow. Ooh, hit her. Back off. Where's my knife? Oh, that's too far. Really tricky. A little further. Now we're down to like 2/3 stamina. It's really hard to throw it up at short distances, and these guys close the distance pretty good. There. No. I mean, so... Sounds like somebody's behind me. Where'd my knife go? I don't see it anywhere. Is it in this one? That's odd. I lost my knife. I like that shiv. I mean, it's rare that that sort of thing happens. I'm probably just not seeing it somewhere. Is it under here? No. I don't have another one of those. No, I didn't. Or was it in somebody over there? Maybe a body disappeared with it. Alright, no shiv then. That's stored. We're almost down to 1/4. We can just keep using the shotgun for now. We can do a little run to see if we can find the... That's too bad. That's why you bring backups, but I'm kind of low on resources, so I can only have the one backup knife. But maybe we can find another. Let's have a look-see around. But at this point, we're almost down to 1/4. You want to stay close to the skiff at that point, or you want to start heading towards a skiff with 1/4 left before bells. Because things start getting ugly. Okay, we've been shooting a lot, but shotgun's still in good order because we crafted it. The weapons that you craft, can you guys line up? The weapons that you craft have full durability. So I'll show you something else you can do with the kind of long guns. Is if they get too close, you usually can whack them with the stock, but might not work on her because she has the head, the helmet. But if they don't, we'll try that one more time. I mean, our health is getting low. I'm just checking. There's a cache right there, so it paid to just come over here even. Where did that go? Hey, buddy. Got somebody else. So now we're at 1/4. So there you go. That hit his arm. Reload when you can, even if there's nobody in front right away, because they can bring another. So let's just check, make sure. I don't think there's anything we can eat right there. Unless we want to take some, unless we want to take some damage. So this is max stamina plus 15, but max health minus 5. So everything that you pick up, food-wise, is going to have some sort of negative. So in general, you never want to eat that stuff. Just take it back and scrap it. Alright. So, we're almost to the bells here. We actually got a cache, which is pretty surprising. Figured some stuff out. Like I said, we got 90 shells still. Shotgun's in good well, it's not in that great condition anymore. Maybe we'll do some with the pistol right now. But you can watch the sights here. There's a lot of play, a lot of wobble. And there we got a jam. And this is gonna break soon. Okay, we don't wanna risk it with a sick one. Because we are pretty low, it wouldn't take much for us to get overrun here. Actually, what am I doing? I got bandages. Should have done this a while back. We're not sick, which means bandages will just bring up our health. I guess I wasn't that worried. Which is why I didn't bandage. Because the shotgun really takes care of everything. The pump action even more so. Let's see if we can get some distance shots here. There we go. You really got to take your time, and in general, don't go for the distance shots if you're actually trying, like, playing through the game in the story. The story is done, so we're just kind of having fun here, trying things out. But most of the time, you're gonna miss, and your gun can jam, your gun can break, you can run out of ammo. What do we got? Anything we can improvise here? Maybe we can hit her with a pylon. I don't know if you can pick those up, but let's see. Back off a bit further. No, can't pick that up. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to try. So, don't sprint if you can help it, just walk. Keep pushing them back. I don't recommend sprinting away from zombies, just like back away. Keep pushing them. Check behind you. I want to see if we can push one into the swamp here, into the floodwaters. Hey, just want to look behind us here, see where the skiff is. Alright, you can push them in whatever direction you want. You can push them over there. I wonder if we can bash her head on the environment. Let's try that out. Hey. Whammy. Gotcha. I'm gonna watch our stamina here. Come at me. Oh, you sneaking around? No, it doesn't look like it's working. Yep, that'd be fun. No. Alright, let's back off, let our stamina regen. We'll go over here. Let's see if we can push her into the swamp. Welcome to the swamp. No, she doesn't want to go. Oh well. Oh, that's somebody else, so... Oh, she's stuck? That's fun. I think she's stuck there. Who else alerted? A couple down there. Well, we're almost at the bells. So there's another thing we could do. Aw, did you get stuck? Now that'd be a good target for throwing the knife at up in the air, but I don't have my knife anymore. Maybe we can find you some company. This is probably going to get lit up. Getting this guy is probably going to, like, free her. Ooh. Well, yeah, what did I say? All right. We'll just stay for the bells going off because that's happening presently. And that'll be it for today's run. Where are them bells at? There you go. So that means the bells are coming. You want to be at the skiff. If you're not, you can get some zombie guts, rub them on your face, and sneak your way back to the skiff. Oh. That's odd. I'm not sure what's happening now. Are we going back to the resting place? Whoa. That seemed like a crash. Strange. Well, thanks for watching. I may have to redo that day since we got dumped out to the start screen here, which I've never had happen. You can catch this video later at youtube.com/Substatica. And you can catch me live at twitch.tv/Substatica. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.